Hi there, most welcome to my channel. Today, of course, let's talk a bit about what is going on in this world, because what is emerging from what is called coronavirus is simply opening up the gates into truth for perfect health, immunity to density, and opening up sustainable systems that support humanity and uplift the earth into light earth, and thus reopening your living light vibrations up to evolution and how to do that. So digging into fear, digging into panic, most of the time, of course, from all belief system, all perceptions you have been brainwashed into from birth on, to birding, let's say, to astrophysics or the astrological old chart, um, that breaks everything down into a belief where somebody else's word becomes the power over you. So moving into self-empowerment requires loads of education that has been held back in schools, in high schools, and universities, uh, globally, let's say. So this time it's really, yeah, imperative that we all stand up and we claim that we cannot tap into belief of dual consciousness or dual scientists that did not eliminate their duality. Because if you want to tap in high level intelligence, high level information, data, etc., you need, of course, the elimination of anything old and the old identities. And so people can move into spirit science, which is opening your channel worldwide into the living light degrees that uplifts your system, your body, your health, your life, your economics on all levels every day, which is the purpose of being on earth, actually. So here, to my small opinion, it's quite, and looking from an observation deck, actually, it's quite obvious that this is um, a first opening into a wake-up call to change lifestyles, to change economics, to change society, and bring along a system that is sustainable. Um, I'll talk a lot about how to get back into immunity from disease, immunity from mental diseases, and in the first place, today, of course, your physical body needs to come first, because the virus we are talking about worldwide, so globally, is taking away any form of freedom. So we actually, all we need to do is rise into the eternal breathing system that can breathe out many miles. How many people can do that on earth? It has been held back from you. It's your origin. It's your origin to talk to many species, to have your telecommunication devices loaded daily, communicate, work together, create together with the elements, with the animal kingdom. We are not supposed to eat animals. I mean, who came up with that? Astrophysical embodiment. And moving out of that old solar system, loading your sunlight back that has been held back from you as well. That will kick in your immune system, and also, of course, the clearing of the respiratory tracts, the expansion, the clearing of the sinuses, the throat, the ears, everything that is blocked, right, the body. from your immunity, the thymus gland or high heart into the heart, and the lower abdomen into your legs. And of course, that is like your throat is like a witch into all that knowledge, that intelligence. And once you get into that light technology, which is pure spirit science, you cannot tap into that science with dual cords. And that is quite logical, because if people that function without eliminating duality and all belief systems and all mentality, they would break down that precious information or data received to many galaxies, to the planetary system, universal systems, and into the beyond. And for some, it may be difficult to understand that our origin is communication to all systems. So reopening knowledge. Knowledge is your only power. Nobody can overpower knowledge. It can be held back, which has happened massively. And so raising your awareness and crystallizing that until the light opens up in your brain with nanotechnology. For some, it's just business as usual. And for many people, it's like, whoa, I don't remember a thing, because remembrance has been held back as well. So there is so much to relearn and move back into the vibration of living light. And so what society is doing right now is playing the game on the death hormone in your body. Why should we have a death hormone? It came into physicality to be inverted to astrophysics. And so moving light back into matter will help you overcome any disease. It's especially all about eliminating the frequencies of disease and opening up your Wi-Fi station, celestial level, universal level, and into the beyond. And that are massive power gates that will be planted on Earth anyways, because Earth was meant to rise into perfect health. I mean, if you go outside just to get groceries, what do you get? Perfect apples, perfect bananas, perfect salads, perfect. I mean, they all look so perfect. Children and youth do not even know how an original tomato looks like, because they all look the same in size, which is not natural. So it's up to us to move in health in the first place. That comes from the food industries, and I've seen many communities already building their community garden with great success and healthy foods in a way that there are no chemicals on them, and there is a way to do it and to rise the earth, the biology of the earth back into health in the first place. Because if that is not the case, how will you be growing healthy foods, right? It all goes along. So here I would really like to encourage to really start the creation of forest gardens, and build together with people in your community, and see how that opens up. Because the experience of fear, that takes away economics, right? So we need to rebuild a society that is sustainable, and that brings through a new belief system. Because your old perception and that became your daily experience can change on a daily level, should you be willing to do that work and eliminate the old brain patterns from density into pure light brain waves, and where the higher frequencies can match your vibration to exactitude. And then it's the wondrous worlds that will open up to you. And so we need new educators who is going to educate our children, our youth, back into light consciousness, because they have a higher level of, let's say, endurance when it comes to opening up a new medical system. So the only medication is through the information you will get through your meditation. Meditation is simply universal Medi. Medi is medicine, and your medicine antenna, which will take continual alignment, but continual alignment, opening up from a foundation up to a perfect immune system, immune to density, immune to disease, immune to the lower levels of consciousness that are trying to attack the brains. And that means that you can move into your individual scientific knowledge, because we are the scientists of today. We don't need a master degree or a doctor degree in science. We can open up new educational systems for the scientists, because if we have the capacity, which is all on earth, I mean, it's all available, to move into perfect health through the food industry and creating new foods that are synthetic free. So, I mean, some good exercise is needed. We all know that on a daily level, no matter what. If you dance and swing, power up your muscles a little bit, whatever you love most, it is what is going to be the most effective. But you need to do it daily. Like fasting would be good. Detoxing on juices would be very good. So stop eating animals that were not meant to be or part of human embodiment, and never has. If you want to live beyond dual consciousness, quite obviously, animalistic food industry is not allowed. The killing fields in your body, equalizing that with pure light and compassion and love and co-creation with the animal kingdom, that is quite obviously not being allowed. It is logic. You want to move from matter into light waves and move your system up into perfect health, perfect immunity to density. Then you co-create with the animal kingdom, with the elements. You don't kill them, because that would bring your vibration to the lowest of levels. And so all that work of rewiring self into pure universal consciousness, or in the first place, the new solar body, opening up into celestial consciousness, celestial protection, and then moving your individual evolution all the way up into the universal levels, into the beyond. That requires quite some purification. But damn, hey, it is so much fun to at least create a foundation that moves or squeezes the matrix of densities and unsustainable systems, which is overriding it through light grid systems, which is happening right now worldwide. So it's up to you to stop. Take in a lot of sea manuals. Talk to the sea, the water, the creatures, and you will receive even new information regarding what is beneficial for the body right now in these times. So it is all connecting about fusing dots and ley lines, which we have been doing for many lifetimes. And here in this age, in 2020, everything is coming together. If you want to move disease-free, because Corona is just a first level opening up and showing you how your immunity has been crushed, how your heart degrees have been crushed. The heart has been crushed, otherwise we wouldn't have so much density, so many killing fields, so many wars on this earth plane. So there's many reasons beyond that which I'll be talking about. And let's say crystalline grids, they contain new mathematics, new geometrics, and when they come into the double helix and you move your cellular structure up to the next level into light ports with a sustainable system for yourself regarding exercise, food, your medication, through meditation and knowing how to do it, that is important. Knowing how to do it, because without knowledge you're not gonna get there. Because how will you open the gates? Either way, your channel is wide open, and you channel duality or you channel purity, pure living light streams. And when the first eyes in your head, let's say in your brains, are opened, then we can talk about omniversal eyes. I don't talk about the third eye. Let's talk about the fourth, fifth, the sixth, or seventh. That's getting a lot more interesting. So open up, because if we look at social media, all they know is the third eye. And so how about the rest? You see, I mean, the brain has been washed down into, so much density. People do not even remember how to think and to move into these light spectrums that will break down any disease immediately when you move around with a foundational light equipment through your energy fields, the many energy fields. So moving your soul embodiment into spirit embodiment, spirit self, and moving what is holy grounds into your grid at home. That is gonna bring change like you've never seen before. All you need to do is to be willing to do it. So just grabbing a crystal, which is I would strongly advise to really work with any yellow crystal. This is a yellow citrine from Madagascar. So what do? Quite obviously, I connect to the ground in Madagascar to get my sunstream up, to get my communication. I immediately open up the levels of nanotechnology in my brain to rewire to that sunstream. If you don't see the sun outside, it is so important to move all your energy levels back into the heart of the lighthouses in this universe through light technology. So here in this first video, moving from the coronavirus into perfect immunity, into perfect health, that comes through the fusion or movement into living light, not dead matter, move out of that dead matter, and take responsibility. So it's easy for everybody to do that. I created, let's say, some alignments, and for those interesting to do these alignments, I mean, I have many alignments back into evolution, and 2016-17 I've been talking about this and how important it was to move into perfect immunity and health. Yet there's not enough people who listened, and now it is becoming mandatory because the great evacuation did start out with the first level of corona, and what comes next we will see. So here, if you should be interested, if you're interested in to bringing the transition through, and at least riding through the halls of light, that starts off with the first alignment, clearing out the toxins in your solar center, your solar plexus, the intestines, the liver, pancreatic diseases, whatever goes on there, and that is the spleen. Needs to move out all of our old addictions, habits, alcohol abuse, bacteria, name it, especially bacteria. So that clearing alignment, which takes about, I think, an hour, will open up new levels and rewire your brain automatically. Sorry. And so the next level, I created 5 alignments, is clearing the respiratory tracts, the lung expansion, clearing the sinuses, and your ears. So I would especially suggest that taking a week off to do these clearings would be very important, and leveling up into them. After that is raising the awareness, the gathering, the expansion. There is so much you can do. And so a fourth alignment would be opening up to breathing light versus breathing density, and how to hold on to that. That means you get a self-healing initiation, releasing all ego in the body, unless you want to stream on old ego. So the lungs and this area of the brain that need to merge with pure light frequencies, they help you to give a way to move out of fear of anything. And so the old ego consciousness needs to leave the body, so you can, air of light cuts off the old manipulation actually, and if you can move that open up in the lungs, disease cannot enter your body. So this is quite clear. So, and then I will also offer a video, a live video, where you can move all the energy centers into the houses of light, universally speaking. And if you open that daily, then your heart, the strength of your heart will be connected to the strength of your brains. And all you be willing is change every day, creating new ideas, new perspectives, new inspirations every day, and move into the health department of pure joy, because that is what it comes down to. So yeah, I'll be getting a few more videos because I've created so many alignments. It's up to you to move out of what is killing your body, bring truth back, and because yeah, how else will we move forward? A new normal will open up the gates to health, and things that are happening now will have a bigger impact every day. Nothing will move back to the old. We will always remember this time, and what is coming in next, I have no idea. But I do know I can level up, I can communicate with all the galactic systems, universal system, get my communication done, get the information done, which should go into schools, in universities, into business, into economics. So what we need is great teachers, people willing to teach like technology and working at least with the knowledge of how to change brainwaves, rewire them, how to open up the technology of new health, a new biological system, and how to work with at least color-coded ways, and how these codes transmute to the body, which makes up that the brain that calculates mathematics, that you'll be able to see how these mathematics works in the body. And that is where you need to get to in order to understand it, right? So, and yeah, that's interesting. So if you have any interest or any topic you'd like me to talk about, just shoot it out, let me know, and please share my videos, like, subscribe, and do what pleases you most, but keep it up. So here in this description box, you have my email address should you want these 5 alignments. I will also put on the link to my website to the 5 alignments, but I've seen that YouTube holds me back many times, want to kill that. So if you can't reach my website, just email me and I'll give you my link to email to which you can get these alignments. Even though if there's anybody who just wants to move out of fear, I have a perfect, very deep alignment, move out of old relationships, that is gonna kick in like you change in a few days time. And that is what alignment needs to do. No airy-fairy medication through meditation, but instant changes in your brain, your body, and so many more, because we need to take care of our children, youth, move them out of the traumatic experiences and bring them back into the experience of pure evolvement, of evolution, of joy, of expansion, of passion. Youth and children like that. New incoming children will not even allow the density of lower consciousness through the lower food industry. So that is one thing that will be coming in anyways. So I'll leave you at that. Enjoy the alignments and see you next time. Thank you. Bye.